So I've been getting a lot of people basically all upset, concerned about some of the things I've been saying about Telus, and I got some disturbing, basically, answers from Telus today, because I actually kind of got to the point where people were bitching and moaning that my video that I brought out about Telus is lying to about their network has gotten a lot of bitching and moaning, because people were telling me that, oh Michael, what you said about Telus only bringing it to your house and not going fully through your house isn't 100% fully correct. And I started to do some research today, and I was actually going to record it, but what ended up happening is that I went to hit the record button, and for some reason it didn't record, and then when I went to hit the stop button, it started recording, and I wish I would have recorded it, because Telus sent me, or told me something, I should say, a little bit disturbing actually. What they said is that it's really up to the technician that's wiring the house. Now, typically they use Cat5 to go to the modem box, but that's really concerning, because if they're using Cat5, it means they're rewiring the house with some kind of network now that can take, fiber. But I really started to think into that, and I actually asked myself a second question on top of it. Why wouldn't Telus just go full fiber through the house if they're going Cat5? Because Cat5 is, I want to say, almost like, I know it is cheap, but I know that also fiber can also be cheap. According to the guys who wired up the old business I used to work at the Westlog Butcher Shop, they said that fiber is actually really cheap. It's just when you have to start wiring, 10,000 houses, that's when fiber really becomes expensive. Because the way that the fiber connection works through Telus, unfortunately, or I should say unfortunately, this is actually, I like how they do this. Every house has its own fiber line or fiber stream back to the box, meaning that everybody has their own bandwidth, unlike Shaw that uses one cable. So because you're wiring up all these places, you have to basically, in other words, start running a lot of fiber. So it is cheap if you're, wiring up a house with, a few strands of it, but overall it does add up. So I was really thinking that why is Telus not using fiber through a house? And I couldn't get an answer from this lady, which really concerned me actually. And she actually went one step farther and has said they'll usually use Cat5 is the way that they normally go. If you can manage to get them to run fiber, they will, which I actually want. Like, I'm bitching and moaning, and I've been bitching and moaning a lot about that, because if I basically want fiber fully, 100% right to the modem box, I want that. And Telus telling everybody that, oh, their connection is full fiber, but when it goes to the house, it goes to even something like Cat5, which is very capable of running, gigabit speeds. I still don't like how they're not fully telling you the truth. Sometimes, in some cases, they will run fiber 100% right to the modem box, but it's sounding like they're more going towards, Cat5 right now. And in some rare decisions of the technician, which Telus basically said, is that they will use your DSL, phone lines through the house. So I don't get what's going on here. You think it'd be one simple answer across the board, because if Telus is truly trying to get away from DSL, they would be like, no, we're not ever going with DSL. We will wire up the house for you. Doesn't matter. We'll do it. Depending how much work they have to do, they'll probably charge you or something. I don't know. Maybe this is Telus trying to get into many houses as possible where Shaw's already there. Because Shaw, the way that most people like this particular technology that Shaw uses is copper, and everybody's had copper in their house since, I want to say, the 60s, maybe even the 50s. And because it's such a generic wire that's been in a house for so long, Shaw doesn't really have to wire it up. It's already, in most cases, in a house that's already sitting there, and they don't really have to sit there and do any upgrades, because the cable is already capable of some amazing speeds already. And this is why Shaw hasn't had to go incredibly crazy to upgrade their network possible 150 meg connections. Now, their connection is not capable of really good uploads, and that's why I've been really interested in Telus so far, because of 150 up, 150 down. And in some cases, like Westlock, Alberta, we're getting 250 meg up and down. So this is why I'm really interested in the Telus network. I just wasn't too interested in, Telus saying, oh, everybody, we're full fiber, and then it's like, excuse me for a second, you're not full fiber. You only go up to a certain distance and then you go to DSL. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying like the distance in a house for DSL is not going to really disturb the network too much. But I just wanted to put that out there. I just didn't like that Telus told me that, yeah, it actually could be this, it could be that, it could be this, it could be that. And I'm thinking, Telus, just tell me a cut answer here. Is it fiber through the house? Is it Cat 5 through the house? Is it freaking DSL? And I just couldn't get an answer. I even went one step farther and I asked, what if I can talk to a technician? I want to know. And she's like, oh, no, we don't do that. So what would enable a technician to use DSL? Would it be a house that's older than dirt and there's no way of getting into the house properly to put the lines in correct? Or is it a situation where they put the box on the outside of the house, run a Cat 5 almost all the way around the house bare, or I shouldn't say bare, that wouldn't be the right word, but exposed to the elements, and that's how you get your, you know, your internet speed through that box? I don't know. I'm hoping to God that this is a last resort option for DSL, because I get that it's going to make it easier to wire up a house like within 4 seconds. Just put the box, hook it into DSL, snap a finger, up and running, like Shaw's been doing for the last little while. Or, you know, Telus is going to have to put the box in, run a wire, get the box, maybe go through a wall or something. It's just a lot of work. And I think that's also where DSL might come in as well. If someone has, let's say, a house down in the basement like I do, and let's say there's a wall right here, like I have a wall right here, guys, that goes to a storage area, and then maybe in some rare occasion, maybe they can't get the DSL line in correctly, or not DSL, the Cat 5 line in correctly, or the fiber line correctly. Maybe they'll just say, fuck it, we'll just go DSL. It's almost the same speed in their mind. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing out some ideas here. If you guys have any particular, or maybe I shouldn't say any ideas how this is done, but if you've seen Telus come in and install your network, did they install fiber? Did they install Cat 5? Did they install, or I shouldn't say install, did they go with DSL? That's what I'm quite interested with. Let me know down in the comment box below. I will be giving Telus probably a call tomorrow. I think I can give them a call tomorrow. And I'm going to get them to confirm this, because I was quite alarmed today when this lady told me that she didn't know. And she's a sales lady. She's supposed to know. When I ask Shaw certain questions, they pretty are on top of things and they know exactly what I'm asking. Other than a few odd times and they're like, what do you mean? And I have to explain what I mean, and then they finally catch on what I want. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video for today. If you guys liked, like it. If you guys didn't like it, you know what to do. And if you guys like what you see, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you guys in the next videos to come.